Hello, today I did a Valentine's Day look for you. This is one of two. I decided to do two again because I like the whole kind of day and night option. The second one is going to be more dramatic and you put more time into it. Just because, like, I don't know, some people don't like doing much makeup on Valentine's Day because they want to look more fresh, like this one. But if you want to actually put some effort in, make it all sultry, that's a good one to do. I really like the lip with this because it's a matte color. It's non-transferable, supposedly. If you kiss anyone, it probably won't get on them, but you still have to be careful. Last year I used a lip stain, so you can do that, but or just use lip balm or just lip gloss. But I thought that I'm just in love with this lip color, so I decided to use it. And the eyes are very pink. I like using pink eyeshadows, like in warm pink eyeshadows, because Valentine's Day just reminds me of pink. But yeah, the second look is more, it does have warm tones, but it is more brown than this one. I'm using a couple pigments and it gets messy, as you'll see during the video, but I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so first I'm using eye cream. This one is from People for Plants. And then I'm putting on lip balm because I want my lips to be nice and soft and supple. I'm now using some MAC strobe cream and just applying it to the high points on my face first and then putting it wherever. This is Revlon Nearly Naked. I am using Wayne Goss's technique where you mix oil with your foundation. This is the nude oil from Nude by Nature. This method actually works, and even if you're oily, it works too. Just afterwards you can like blot your face with one ply of tissue, piece of tissue. But I'm using a sponge here, and it honestly makes you look like you have no foundation on, or if it makes your skin look flawless, but you can hardly see any makeup on the surface of the skin. So that will help for Valentine's Day. Now I'm just priming my eyes. And I'm using the MAC Brow Fluid Line. I've just been struggling with my eyebrows lately because they've been uneven, but I tried really hard to make them look decent in this video. I'm using this brow gel from Maybelline. It's called the Brow Drama. It's not that bad actually, it's pretty good. Now I'm just brushing them out so they don't look as thick. And then I'm taking these two MAC pigments. Now these were from a set from the holidays, but you can pick them up on their own in full size. This one's tan. I'm using Fix Plus on it first. See how vibrant it makes it. It looks literally metallic. I love tan pigment. Now you could leave this on its own because it would look like really, really nice and shiny and glowy, but I wanted a bit more pink, so I'm using rose pigment. As you can see, I got some fallout, but I fixed it up. Maybe if you want, put on your foundation after you put on the pigments because they are a bit loose, like really loose. Yeah, I'm just applying that onto the outer corner and just a bit in the crease, just for a little extra pink touch. This is why I didn't put concealer on before. So now I'm just fixing it up, blending it out, and applying concealer. This is the NARS one. I'm then using a highlighting concealer. This one's from Rimmel. And I put way too much there, so I'm blending it out with a sponge. Now I'm just taking the pigment called Heritage Rouge. Now this can be any dark shadow, and I'm just using that as a liner. Again, I got it on my face. I'm just using it as a liner so that there's some definition to the eye. It doesn't look so bright. I'm just taking the ambient lighting palette and I'm just using the different colors to highlight and contour my face. See how it gives you just like this natural glow? It's not really a contour, but it's more of a bronzer. But look how it just automatically just gives you a bit of colour and definition. This Steeler blush is called Hint. I don't think it's sold anymore, but if you can find some sort of like dusty rose colour, it'd be completely fine. Or no blush at all. Now I'm just using mascara. You can use falsies, but I have naturally long eyelashes and I don't really need falsies, but you do you. If you feel comfortable in lashes, go for it. I just couldn't be bothered putting them on and taking them off and putting them on again. I'm then using the lip pencil in Soar from MAC, lining my lips carefully. You can use a lip stain for this part, but I just decided to use a matte cream, so I'm using this pencil as a base because sometimes matte lip creams tend to peel off in certain areas, so I just wanted this base. And this is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Cannes. And it's basically the same colour, just a bit lighter, but since the Soar's underneath it, it makes the colour look darker, but it makes it look exactly almost the same as Soar. Now I'm just cleaning up the lines, and that's the finished look. How beautiful is that lip colour? And it is pretty kiss proof, not completely 100%, but it is pretty good. How's that glow? I love pigments. Now onto the second look. I'm using my Chocolate Pop palette and I'm using the pink colour. I don't know the names of these, but if you have it, you'll know which ones I'm using. I'm then taking this dark burgundy colour. I'm using that on my crease. I'm using a brush that's not that great for blending like this, but I reckon you should use a fluffier brush for this stage. I'm just taking this light champagne colour from Maybelline Colour Tattoo, called Barely Branded actually. I'm just putting it on the centre of my eyelid so that it's more of a guide to where I can sandwich the colours. So I'm using this kind of browny, purpley, sparkly colour, and I'm using that. You can call this a sandwich method, the halo method, but I'm just putting it on the outer lid and the inner lid, avoiding that middle highlight colour, which helps you in the end. I always start on the outside, I don't know why, and then I'm going on the inside. And I'm filling it on the inner corner, and if you want to ever highlight the inner corner after you've done kind of this method, but you feel like the highlight's already on the centre of the lid, I'll show you what I'm going to do later on. But I find it really important to try to really saturate it on the inner corner, or else it's just going to look completely like one colour, and you don't want it to look uniform, you want it to have dimension. So just keep adding, but slowly. I hope this makes sense, because I feel like I'm just talking gibberish. Then I'm taking this lighter colour, which is similar to the one that we put on, but a bit lighter, and the colour that we put underneath is going to make it look lighter anyway. I'm sorry I forgot the names of these. But because the colours are similar, but just different tones, I'm just using the colour that we used on the crease under the eyelid. And then as you can see here, instead of putting a highlight on the inner corner, I put it under the inner corner. And I'm just emphasising more of the dark colour on the inner corner, on the top inner corner. I'm then just taking a dark, I think this is dark chocolate eyeshadow, and I'm just lining it instead of using a liquid liner, but you can do that if you want. And then I'm taking these two gold and champagne colours and just again emphasising them in the centre of the lid. I'm again using mascara. This one would work great with falsies, but then again I just couldn't be bothered putting them on. I'm taking NARS Laguna and I'm emphasising my original bronzer slash contour. And I'm taking the AC On Tour Contour palette. I'm using the middle colour, the one that's similar to Fawn by Anastasia, and I'm using it on the tip of the brush, as you can see, and blending it out to be the actual contour. I'm using Deep Throat by NARS, Loving that name. And then MAC Perfect Topping. It's a rosy pinky highlighter, which is perfect for Valentine's Day. I was going to use MAC Viva Glam Nikki, and I love the colour. It's beautiful. But since it is discontinued, I thought I would change it up a bit. I'm using Cute Pink Lip Liner by Essence, which you could have skipped this step because it wasn't really part of, I don't know why I used it. But I'm using Unapologetic by Revlon. Yeah, you could have just used that on its own. And then to make it less opaque, like pinky opaque, more of a lighter baby pink, I'm using Rimmel Apocalypse in Nude Eclipse. This is MAC Fix Plus, just to tie it all in together. And as you can see, my lip line at the bottom is not that great, but yeah, oh well. This is it in the end. I love it so much. Can't believe I've never used these colours from my chocolate palette before. I usually stick with the same ones, but holy crap, this is beautiful. I love it so much. Okay, and that's it. I hope you liked it. I really love this look. It's like the sandwich method. I love it so much. Oh my goodness. So much fall out there. Oh my god. But yeah, this would be like good for a night out. Any day, not just Valentine's Day. I've always wanted to do the sandwich method. I'd never get it right, but I realized if you put like a cream product or a base underneath it, highlighting the place that you want to put the more like, I don't want to say bulbous, but like the part you want to accentuate, it helps it more, because sometimes it can get so messy when you're trying to put the darker color in and out, and then when you put the lighter color on top, it can just look like one color. So having like some sort of like base at the bottom helps accentuate it, and it makes your life so much more easier. Also, if you don't like the whole pink lip, you can use a nude lip, a more warmer color. I did a cooler color because, or I don't really know, it's more of a neutral pink because it's Valentine's Day and I like to have a pop of pink somewhere. And that's why I have really nice warm colors. You could even put a darker pink through the crease if you wanted. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, even though it's a bitch to put on. It looks amazing. So yeah, I hope you have a nice Valentine's Day and I'll see you soon. Bye.